Well, hi everybody. Getting the stove all set to go here. It's the healthy happy hour, and Charles is here and Debbie's here. Say hey, Debbie.
Hey.
We're enjoying ourselves as the new year gets started, and check out the new lighting here. We got new lighting to make more like studio lighting, but it looks nice and it gives us more light down here where we're trying to work. So that's all good. Right now we've got a skillet heating up over kind of medium high heat right there. And today we're going to be doing Tuscan Cheesy Garlic Chicken. It's going to be great. So I've got chicken thighs. This calls for chicken breast or chicken thighs. I really like thighs. And I'm just going to take these and I'm going to thin them out. And when you thin them, make sure you don't get your hands down there near the blade. Just let the blade slide through and kind of halve them. So we got those going right there. And it calls for 8 ounces of chicken, 20 ounces of chicken. And so we've got right at 20 ounces of chicken right here. And so I measured that out on my handy scale. So we're going to get these ready to go in. They'll go in the skillet here in just a minute. And we'll cook those almost all the way through. We want them till they're not pink inside, but they may not be totally done yet. That's okay. We're going to put them, ooh, I almost got myself there, sweetheart. We're going to put them back in the skillet and get them ready to go again a little warmer after they take some time. I'm going to have to do this one like that, I think. It's not really sliding through. Who?
Tyler Bridges.
Tyler?
Yes.
Oh, hey, Tyler. Glad to have you along.
House.
Sharon, glad to have you along today. Good to have these folks. I've not heard those names before, so great to have you along for our Healthy Happy Hour. We do it every Wednesday, right here on Facebook Live, and it's brought to you by the folks at Quality Foods in the Town Plaza Shopping Center in Toccoa. I'm going to take a little bit, this is just a little bit of cracked ground pepper, and I'm just going to kind of distribute that over it evenly.
Danny Esco's watching.
Danny Esco, man, Danny is down 11 pounds on our program. Danny, I'm so proud of you, man. You have done well. I'm so excited. I tell you what, the program just absolutely works. If you're interested in what Danny and I have done, I lost 120 pounds on this, put a few pounds on during Christmas, and I got to work to take those off. So anyway, it is a program that absolutely works. Just ask Danny Esco. He'll tell you all about it. So I've got my skillet going right now. I've got a tablespoon of olive oil in there, and I'm just going to put this chicken in there. I'm going to put it face down. Well, whatever the face of a thigh is, I'm going to put it down anyway. It's so thinly sliced, it's hard to tell what's up and what's down on it. But anyway, we're going to put our chicken in there and let it start to cook. The reason that this is so thin, or one of the benefits of it being so thin, is this will cook in just no time. Maybe 3 minutes on each side, and it'll be cooked through. So that is a good thing. So we got that going. Let me wash my hands, and I'll be right back to tell you more. One of the good things about this is it's very cheesy, and it gives you an opportunity to have some sun-dried tomatoes. That's one of the highlights of Tuscany. When Debbie and I were in Italy, we were going from Rome up to Venice, and we spent a little time on a train going through all those areas. Got to experience a little bit of Tuscany life as we went through Tuscany, and tomato fields were just everywhere. I mean, there was tomatoes like crazy, and so that's one of the things. Let me show you. These are sun-dried tomatoes. That's one of the things that makes this very Tuscany, and also the spinach. It calls for 8 ounces of spinach. And believe it or not, one big pack of spinach was only 6 ounces of spinach right there. Isn't that something? So the spinach, I want to do something with it right now.
Gene Halford is watching.
That's Lanny. Lanny, my buddy. One of the first to wish me a happy birthday last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Melinda Rodletter?
Roletter, yeah.
Roletter.
By the way, I need to get Josh on the radio show. He was the champion of the Overwheel Modifieds. And I need to get him on a radio show. I'm highlighting all of the track champions in the next few shows, so we'll get Josh on there. So I'm just running my knife through here. Not anything big, not really trying to chop it much. Just running my knife through it to kind of half these leaves. So again, just running my knife through it. I sharpened my knives really well before we started tonight. And boy, they are sharp. They're like razor sharp. And here's what I use. everybody always wonders, how do you sharpen knives? Debbie bought me this some time back. It's the Presto Ever Sharp. And you run it through the coarse grinding wheel on each side several times, and then through the fine grinding wheel. And let me tell you, in a couple or 3 minutes, you can have a very, very sharp knife. So and I'm a stickler with sharp knives, and I have tried forever to use all kinds of ceramic things and all kinds of sharpening things. That's the best one I've found yet. How much that cost? You remember, sweetheart?
I don't remember.
I don't know, but it's one of those things that's well worth having. So we're just about ready to turn our chicken over. And I'll just hit those last little things. By the way, Debbie bought me a really cute implement for cooking, and I'm not needing it on this show. I'll show it to you next show possibly. It's about cutting, and it's how to keep from cutting yourself. A lot of people that don't have knife skills, and I used to not have a lot of good knife skills, and sometimes I still don't exhibit really good knife skills. But a lot of folks may need this because it really helps you if you don't have great knife skills to keep from cutting yourself.
Here?
I do have it. I have it in the dishwasher. I washed it last night.
Oh.
Let me show it to you. You grab it out right quick. It is, here it is, and I found out it's two-sided. And let me dry it off. It's got a little, it's two-sided. You hold it like this if you're trying to hold something down.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I think you're gonna have to go on this side, sweetheart. If you're trying to hold something down, you hold it like that, because see, it's where you can hold something to keep it from going. Now, if you're just chopping something, like I didn't really do that, but let's say I was going to chop these right here, and I could hold that right there, and I could chop up tight against it, and see, there's no risk of chopping my finger off. I think that's a cool deal.
Look at the back of it.
Yeah, the back of it, and you
finger.
just adjust it for your finger. So you just bend it around your finger, whatever your finger needs to be. And I assumed my middle finger, since that's what most everybody uses. But all day long you can do that and not cut your fingers. That's a cool deal. I like it.
Love the gadgets.
Yeah, I'm a gadget hound, but not too much. Sometimes I think gadgets can overtake your life. But there's a few gadgets I see on occasion that I'm just really, really sharp about. Now, this is cooking over medium-high heat. You see how it's splattering all over the place. I guess I could put my spatter shield over it. That's probably what I should have done. And if you don't have one of these, they are handy, handy, handy. The spatter shield is a great thing to have. So this is over medium-high heat. Now, when we start to go into our other ingredients, they will include some low-fat Greek yogurt, chicken broth, Parmesan cheese, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and of course the spinach and the sun-dried tomatoes. We want that over a low heat, like medium-low heat, because if you don't, you'll curdle the yogurt, and it'll just thin out, and it won't thicken up. It'll just thin out. So I want to make sure we reduce the heat on that.
Cassandra Morgan is watching.
Cassandra, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day. We are, Debbie and I both went to the doctor today. We're both kind of recovering from various things. And so little checkups going on.
Vicki Wilbanks is watching.
Vicki, I'm so glad to have you on here. Remember, if you just like this, I will send you the recipes, and that way you'll have them and can do with them as you please. One of the things you might want to do is you might want to, oh, pardon me, sweetheart. I need to take this back over here because I can put my chicken back on this because it's going to go in and reheat, so that is not a problem. So we'll put the chicken off right here, and I'm going to go ahead and reduce this down to low. Matter of fact, I want it very low, so I'm going to reduce it down to just that center burner. Yeah, I like these pans. They don't get hot.
They don't get hot.
Don't get hot at all, so that's a good thing. I forgot what I was saying. Was I saying I need to reduce heat.
Vicki Wilbanks is from Westminster.
Oh, Vicki, you're from Westminster. Okay, well, I tell you what. I don't know if you remember this or not. Probably you don't, because it was a long time ago. 1974, I was chief engineer of WGOG in Walhalla, South Carolina, Garden of the Gods. So I spent quite a bit of time. I was also minister of music and youth over at Faith Baptist Church in Westminster. So spent a lot of time in the Westminster area.
Tell them what you've been working on today.
Today I have been working on a trip to Alaska for some friends of mine. And man, I have found them all kind of great excursions to do. They're taking a cruise. They're going to Mount Denali, which I think is going to be soon be renamed Mount McKinley. So we just got a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be exciting as everything for them. And if you're interested in going on a trip, let me know, because I'm a travel agent. It doesn't cost you anything for my services. The cruise lines, the airlines, and all of them pay me. That cost is going somewhere. They're just retaining it. But there's always cost built in for travel agents. It doesn't cost you anything because I get paid well by them. So holler if you want to travel anywhere.
Monica's watching.
Monica,
Baby
good to have you in.
Cash.
By the way, Monica, the other night on our Zoom, we saw where a girl had signed up and she said, Monica signed me up. Is it you that signed her up or a different Monica that was on there? That's what I want to know. By the way, if you'd like to become a travel agent, man, Debbie and I saved so much money on our first trip out. It costs $200 to be a travel agent. I'll just tell you that up front. You get your credentials and you're able to sign up other people, and it's just phenomenal. We saved enough with our travel agent perks. On the first trip, we saved $100 a night on our hotel room to pay for the entire thing. It's unbelievable. We have just so enjoyed it. Getting ready to go on a cruise. We're heading out in when are we going out?
The 9th.
Yeah, the 9th of February, going on a cruise. Cruise leaves on the 10th out of Tampa, going to Cozumel and Costa Maya.
So we'll miss a few.
Yeah, we'll miss a show. And we will look forward to being there. But if you want to go on that, we still got staterooms available. You could go with us and have yourself a good old time. So we're going to combine now our chicken broth. And I'm going to let that kind of cool that pan down just a hair before I put in. This is yogurt. This is non-fat Greek yogurt. And I have to tell you, we lost our little kitty. PJ was such a darling cat. We lost him last week. He was 18 years old, and PJ passed away.
And he loved Greek yogurt.
He loved Greek yogurt. He would have to have it every night before he went to sleep. He'd just stand and look at you till you gave him his Greek yogurt. He liked a little dish. I fed it to him in a little dish about this big, and he just thoroughly enjoyed that Greek yogurt every night. So PJ is no more. You saw him a couple of years ago. He would be here on our program, kind of sniffing around. But as I said, he was 18 years old.
He died in his little bed.
He died in his little bed, died in his sleep. So no more PJ. And with us traveling as much as we're going to now, I don't think we'll get another kitty. So that was the end of the kitties for Charles and Debbie. So sorry about that, everybody.
Michael Stanley's watching.
Michael.
So is Macy Seegers.
Macy, my goodness. We got some folks on tonight that hadn't been there. Macy, you getting ready for racing season? It's coming up here soon, soon, soon.
All right, now what is this doing?
All right, this is just chicken broth and the Greek yogurt, and it's just kind of getting itself happy here, as Emerald Lagasse would say. It's all we're doing is trying to get it to where it's ready for the other items that go in, and this is the Parmesan cheese, and a good old half a cup of Parmesan is going to go in there. So I want that to get good and cheesy. Now, also into this mixture, see, it starts to come together really quickly. Also into this mixture, we're going to put a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of garlic powder. There's where the garlicky comes in. There's no real garlic cloves in this. It's just the garlic seasoning.
Now, can you have that seasoning with your diverticulosis?
I can. I have diverticulosis, which is different than diverticulitis. It's not quite as serious as diverticulitis. And so diverticulosis is what it is. And you have to avoid seeds and those kind of things. But spices don't generally cause too much of a problem, at least not these kind of spices. Right. Now, if it's hot pepper, yeah, that might be a problem, but not just these dried Italian herbs. Okay, now it's time for the spinach. And we got to let that spinach sit in there. Oh, excuse me, sweetheart. Spinach is going to have to wilt. Again, you put this much spinach in, and it doesn't take it long till it looks like a tenth of that. It wilts so quickly. So we're going just to continue to take our tongs and work on this.
Seegers, on Macy's Facebook account.
Sounds
like it's delicious.
Oh, yeah, Macy, yeah. This is going to be so good.
Gwen Vaughn is watching.
Again, if you hit the like button, I'll be happy to send it to you. Our program brought to you by Quality Foods in the Town Plaza Shopping Center in Tacoma. I had somebody else last week who was interested in sponsoring this too, but they never got back with me, and I've forgotten quite who it was.
The meat company.
Yeah, it was the butcher. Yeah, one of the butchers here in town. Okay, so now we're ready to put the sun-dried tomatoes in. All they need to do is get warm.
Yeah.
Some of those were dehydrated. I had a couple of different packages. I had a package of dehydrated ones, and then I had a jar of some that were still just in the jar form, and I had to julienne them. They were whole. Of course, a whole sun-dried tomato is tiny because it's dried. But anyway, I got them in there. They'll soak up these.
Cindy Ty is watching.
Cindy, so good to have you tuning in
Oh,
today.
Vaughn. Oh, it's Gwen Vaughn.
Gwen, yeah, Gwen is tuning in. Thank you, Gwen. All right, so I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. Doesn't it smell great?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for the chick to go back in as well. And I want all that broth to go in also. So now we're just kind of warming the chicken up. And we're going to let those sun-dried tomatoes continue to dehydrate. Rehydrate, I guess I should say. Yeah. Yes. Debbie and I were just talking about words. It's funny, words inflammable and flammable mean the same thing. What was the word that started us talking about that? I've forgotten too, but infamous and famous are absolutely opposite. A lot of people want to say that when they're super famous, people want to call them infamous. Well, infamous means you're famous for some dastardly reason.
Yeah.
So they are not the same at any stretch. They're almost opposite.
Jimmy Robinson's watching.
Jimmy, good to see you, Jimmy. He is from Monroe. No, he's from Winder.
Winder. You do that every time.
Every time, Jimmy. I am so sorry. Yeah, from Winder. Got a lot of friends in
You're gonna
Winder.
have to move to Monroe so Charles can get it right.
A lot of friends in Winder. Great racetrack at Winder. By the way, tomorrow night on the Champ Racing Show, a couple of things that's going to be interesting to you. Richard Jones is going to be on there talking about the new opening of Hartwell Speedway, and also Jamie Oliver, Tri-County Speedway up in Murphy, North Carolina, Andrews, North Carolina. They're reopening once again, and Jamie Oliver is going to be promoting that. So both of those are going to be on the Champ Show tomorrow night. So tune in if you're interested in racing. A lot of good news there. Got a lot of other guests going to be tuning in too.
Good.
We're going to focus.
Gibby is watching.
Oh, Susan, I'm glad to have you on here tonight, Susan. Good to hear from you. I hope y'all are doing well.
That looks wonderful.
Doesn't it look great?
The green and the red.
Yeah, Christmassy. We should have had this at Christmas time, sweetheart. So I'm going to plate this, and with everything Italian in this, I'm going to use a nice flowery floral plant. I think flowery is the right word. A nice floral. So we're going to put 2 pieces of chicken, because remember that's one thigh, 2 pieces of chicken. And on that, we're going to put some of this nice, look at that, spinach and sun-dried tomatoes, and it's thickened with a little bit of cheese and Greek yogurt. Yum, yum, yum. Getting ready to go in my tum. So there you are. It's Tuscan garlicky cheesy chicken tonight on the Healthy Happy Hour. Remember to hit the like button, and I'll send you the recipe. Always send back and let me know how you liked it. I know a lot of people try to fix these these recipes, and I'd like to see how it turned out for you. You can serve this, by the way, over zoodles or over palmini noodles if you want. Tonight we're having it just plain, which you can have cauliflower rice, or if you want to go unhealthy, you could serve it over spaghetti noodles or egg noodles. But anyway, that's another story. We try to eat healthy here on the Healthy Happy Hour. Thank you for tuning in. See y'all next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.